Kind of the formula that you like to see when Zach's out. He had 7 in doubles, over 30 assists. Is that the way you want to try to play, obviously, moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, I thought we sustained it for the whole game, which was good to see. I know we didn't shoot it particularly well to start the game, but I thought we were really generating a lot of good looks. They missed a lot of threes as well, so there wasn't much separation there in that first quarter. But I like the fact that we kept staying with it and, really unselfish, and guys moved the ball, shared it, and, everybody kind of got involved in one way or another.
Got a question about your rotation. Both in the first and second half, you had a quick hook for Patrick, put Nio in there. What was the thinking behind that, and what do you want to see from Patrick with Zach out?
I just thought the first stint that he was in there, I thought, there was I think I may have mentioned this, before the game, that there's opportunities that guys have to take advantage of closeouts and rotations, and I thought there was a couple possessions there where he really had an opportunity to shoot it, drive it, and make a play. And he just, like we talk about being aggressive, it's in those moments. It's not so much necessarily like the ball gets thrown to somebody and the guy's guarding them and you just need to go drive it. It's when there's a shifted floor and bodies are off you and the ball's coming to you and you're in a closeout in a read situation to either shoot it or attack. And I thought there was a couple of possessions there that he was a little bit passive on. Talked to him about it, and then I thought he was a little bit better as the game went on, taking advantage of those. I didn't like the way we started, obviously, the third quarter, so I just tried to shake it up real early. We were up by 10, and I think that I called a timeout. Maybe they went on a 9-0 run or whatever it was, and we were up by 1, so it was just kind of to shake things up.
Billy, with Io.
Thank you.
I mean, obviously we don't get to see practices and stuff. Could you tell pretty early on in this season that he had taken a jump in all facets of his game? He just seems to really be kind of a jack of all trades when you put him out there. There's so many different things you're asking him to do.
Yeah, I probably felt like he had the opportunity to make a jump this summer. I didn't see him work. I think he worked hard last summer, don't get me wrong.
Was he in here?
Yeah, he was here. He was here last summer as well. But I thought the work was way more detailed on things that he saw the previous year. He's really made a great growth. And I've said this before, right? Like sometimes when somebody has a very, very difficult year, those are like the greatest opportunities to learn from. And I think he learned a lot from last year. And, he put a lot of work in. I mean, I'd say most of the summer he was going double sessions. He was in the morning and in the afternoon, working on the things he needed to work on. But, yeah, to your point, I think he's probably becoming more comfortable knowing the league defensively in different matchups. And I think the game slowed down for him. He's more patient in pick and roll. He's not in a rush. He's taking his shots when they're there. He's ready to shoot the basketball. I just think he'll keep getting better, because I always say, like, when somebody's got to get better, you got to make sure you're getting better at the right stuff. I felt like he was working on the right stuff.
Really going back to Patrick, how much of a concern is that? I mean, going halfway through his fourth season now, you're still talking about some of the same things, him attacking closeouts, being more aggressive, playing with force. How much of a concern is that for him to be at this stage in his career?
I'm not concerned about it because I think what happens is a lot of times for players, those things happen very quickly, and you can get caught where, I'm getting ready to shoot it, and then I'm like, well, I don't have the shot, and now you've lost the advantage. And I think he's going to have to. Guys grow and develop at different rates. It's not like he doesn't want to do it. I just think he's got to be really more decisive when the ball comes. And there's times where, like, you see him sometimes where he puts the ball down and he kind of gets into that mid-range shot because he's trying to get to the rim, but maybe what was open was taken to three. So it's not like I don't see him doing it. He's just got to make those reads. I think he's more than capable of doing it. I've seen him do it. That's the aggressive. When I say that we use the word aggressive, it's on those things. It's not so much about, one run the floor, attacking the basket. You can see that aggressiveness, but it's more like when everybody's trying to protect the paint, everybody's shifting. There's certainly outliers to every team in the league where they'll shade guys with more coverage and they won't really give them that kind of room. This is a team that's a good defensive team that protects the paint, and there was opportunities for drives. And I thought he did better, as the game went on. But to answer you, because I'm not concerned about it, because I see him knowing that he needs to get better at it, and he'll get better at it. He will. I believe he's better today than he was last year at it, and I think he's better now than he was earlier in the year.
Bill, you guys started the season really strong on offensive rebounding, kind of tailed off a little bit the last couple of weeks, but this game and last game have been much better. Have you said anything to the team about re-emphasizing that, or
Tried to. I think with, when Patrick went out and then Torrey was out, and at times we were, a little bit smaller, especially the 2 games that Patrick missed. We talked more about, trying to come back in to get some of those offensive rebounds. I actually thought that was a huge part in the Toronto game. Vooch had 5 of them. Those were big. Tonight it helped us on a night that we didn't shoot the ball particularly well, where we got extra possessions, so that was important. But we've been trying to, focus on it with, a guy like Torrey being out. Can we be better at it?
Did you guys decide if Zach's going on the trip, or will you make that call tomorrow?
I'll probably find out when we go back. I had just hadn't asked about it. I just don't know what his rehab process of what it is. Is it, does he go in and out of cold and hot therapy? Does he need to be doing, is the facility here better than being on the road? I don't know. But my guess would be that he is going, but I haven't talked to anybody. No one said to me he's not going or he is going. I just don't know. I haven't really asked.
Was he here tonight? I never saw him.
I don't think he was here tonight, no.
Is that an excuse, obviously?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think he's doing some stuff with his foot and rehab and all that stuff.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep. Thank you.
We'll open it in a minute.